What's up, everybody? I'd like to introduce you to the Wreck the System Power Hour. So basically, I put together just a compilation video of different Wreck members. There's 4 of us. Osiris Green, me, Create Lady J, Cam3, and Twill Distilled. They're going to be talking about their perspective of, Wreck the System starting, how they put, their own mojo into what Wreck the System is, and a few other things. So we're definitely happy to be on the show. Thank you for BlurCon and Afropunk to have us. I'll also say what Wreck the System is. We are a nerdcore hip hop band. So we do, no actual instrumentation. We just all rap, sing, compose our own beats, mix our own stuff. We're kind of like just a music collective. And we like doing nerdy music. On top of that, each individual member has their own kind of genre too. Me, I do trap rock. Cam3 does kind of a more boom bap type. Osiris, he does traditional hip hop, and Twill Distill does dirty pop. So this is definitely a pretty eclectic band. I really hope you enjoy the visuals and the things that we have planned for y'all. And again, welcome to the Wreck Power Hour.
Welcome to Wreckfest.
Well, we've done something that has never been done.
My favorite track is Live at the Barcade. There were games all around me at this barcade that we went to, and my man Mega Ran bought me shots for my birthday. And it was the greatest night ever.
So my favorite track on the album has to be Con Drama. It's inevitable, and before I was doing music in the geek and nerd culture scene, I actually was doing artist alleys with my now ex-best friend. Something better. She's a bitch.
My favorite track is Con Love. I didn't really get that much action outside of the con, but the first one I went to had a threesome. The greatest shit ever.
So my favorite track on the album is Culture Shock. Because when I first joined Wreck the System, the first convention they've ever taken me to, first convention I've ever been to was MadFest. And the lyrics are real when I say I've never seen nothing quite like that before, man. It was amazing. It was probably one of the most memorable moments I've ever had in my life. So if y'all want to know what that's like, y'all need to listen to Wreckfest, because that's the reason we made the album in the first place.
Unacceptable, unethical, unprofessional. Fuck the rest of you, time of year to be who you want to without fear. Shit, I never seen nothing quite like this before.
So getting together with Wreck the System was really interesting because at the time, I was ready to give up on music.
I was pretty much on my way out of the music business. I was like, I'm done. I can't even afford to live or do this anything at all. I didn't have a job.
And I remember I was in the car with the guy I was with at the time, and I was crying my eyes out, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna give this one thing, I'm gonna give it one more try. This girl named Lady J has an idea, and I met her at a con a few months ago, and I'm gonna see what she has to say, and if it doesn't work out, I'm done.
A lot of people kept telling me about this rap contest called Jackin' for Beats, and I decided to enter. And I actually made it to the final 10, and the night where the competition was held, and I actually won the competition, that's the same night I met Lady J. That's the night my life changed forever.
And it worked out,
First off, it really wasn't supposed to be a thing. Me and Cam3 started a studio, which was called Wreck the System Recordings. And at the time, I'm an artist, so obviously I'm going to use the studio and for my own art when the clients or whatnot weren't there. and we wanted to come up with this project to bring more of the nerdcore like community together, and kind of direct them in our direction, because obviously they had their own thing. We wanted to get in it, so we created a project called Tokens. And we reached out to Twill Distilled because she was very well versed in the nerdcore scene, and we were not.
So she called and she said, hey, I've got this idea. We want to put together a mixtape called Tokens. And Tokens was like the first project we ever did together as a group. And our one bandmate, Cam3, had taken and sampled all these old school retro, like arcade video games.
We did our show at T-Mode. That's how we crossed paths with Twill Distilled. Around that time, we were also formulating an album under the whole Recticism collective called Tokens, and taking advantage of like our foray into nerdcore. It was going to be arcade themed, and a lot of the songs were going to take up different arcade games and stuff like that. And Twill was brought along, because she knew a lot about the nerdcore rap, community and everything like that. And that was sort of our way in, as well as the fact that she was, an amazing singer and also a very savvy producer and musician overall.
We did they were like, we're doing this album called Tokens. Would you mind dropping a few verses? I was like, cool. They told me about what nerdcore was. I have no idea what nerdcore was. I didn't know it was a thing. And then I heard Cam3's beats where he sampled a bunch of like weird arcade stuff, and just, it was the weirdest thing I ever heard. So I was like, I gotta be a part of this. I have to somehow, continue to work with these people.
But the other guy in Wreck the System, Osiris, we met him because he won against 1,000 MCs and apparently was like on the verge of quitting. But we were like, hey, we want him, we like him. Cam gave him the beat, came to the studio, crushed it. So we actually gave him the single off of Tokens, which was Do the Roar. Many things happened in between there, but when we went to MagFest, our first show together was like a compilation show. Like, it was a compilation album. So we had a couple of people on the album perform, as well as us and the songs that we featured together with. And it was crazy because even when we were making Tokens, we had like ideas that just kept going, from one person to another person. We were bouncing ideas off each other, and we were on quite a few songs with each other because, we were there. Everybody else was in different states.
And a lot of people were saying, yo, Wreck the System, you guys are dope. What's your name? Is it Wreck the System? Wreck the System. And we were trying to clarify that, no, that's sort of the, that's the studio. That's the studio that we're doing, but we're individual artists in our own right. But as it went along, more and more people just associated us with Wreck the System, like as a group, as a collective. And we were just like, well, shit, we ought to make a band out of this.
And everyone started recognizing us and referring to us as, oh, that's Wreck the System. And we were all just like, I guess we're a rap group now. Which was really cool. And, 5 years later, here we are, members of the Grammy Academy. We were going to play South by Southwest this year before the world got sick, doing cool stuff with BlurredCon and Afropunk, which is really, really cool. I would have never imagined this 5 years ago, so it's really, really neat to see how a little bit of tears and one phone call can change your life.
You will be. You will be.
My check. Yeah, check. They call me Luke in the booth with a nuke. Electrocute and I execute the truth to the roof. Black proof into the black suit. I'm attack proof. Maniac pterodactyl. There's a crazy plot. Focus, focus, vocals. Niggas so you can't focus like a lazy eye. Fuck with attack it in the back, in the back, to every listen up and disrespect. Black eye, rap, rock, rip, do the bad, lock, take it out, with the line, with the line, stop the man, I'm a man, I'm a piece of a rib, piece of the crib, with a piece of the plan, piece of the bear, release and expand, king of the jail with the queen of the damn, damn. God damn. I'm back. Watch out for the elimination. 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 juice. Rock truth, better knock loose your hypotenuse. False evidence, y'all not proof, irrelevant. I'm taboo, these beats are my treats like panda bands, eat bamboo. Span through this land, do their fight like this pace here is fly, as an Air Force base by Andrews. Car insurance you can't gain. Upstage this bad news. Crack fools like cashews, impact blue, blue statues, my rap views. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep this shit going, man. Yeah! Let's keep this shit going. Yeah. So, let's rock that shit. Niggas don't stand a chance, so they better sit down. Down like an avalanche, dance with the myth now. I make the whole court go into a mistrial. So clean, oh green, Charlie Sheen sick.
Yo, it'll cost me a couple HPs, but I know it's worth it. They call me up the ground till I bust through the surface. Beggar, like Stalker, White Walker, Hoffman, first class, one way, church, the life off. My flow is Spyro, like Mega Man and Spyro, so I go viral. Singers in the game, but they're visible. Backing up the tracks like the wind is up. Here we go, we're mad fresh. Through the roar like you waiting for the other banger at Mad Fest. Y'all know what time it is, roar! Come on, do the roar! Everybody, y'all do the roar! Do the roar! Come on, do the roar! Niggas ass up! Get off! Do the roar!
Hey, bro.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. There's some serious fabric going on here.
Yo, let's keep this thing going, man. We got a lot to showcase for y'all.
Yeah.
Evil mutants led by Magneto aim to destroy the world. Humans can do nothing against the power of the evil mutant. The only hope is
Colossus.
Get it!
Niggas don't stand a chance, so they better sit down. Down like an avalanche, dance with the myth now. I make the whole court go into a mistrial. So clean, oh green, Charlie Sheen sick now. Wolverine bitch style, sharp with the handling, Thor with the hammering, immature shenanigans. About to go rogue, bringing storms to your holler, man. I can see through them like x-rays and sonograms. Beyond the dam, you shook like an etching sketch. Don't hold out, we roll out like Professor X. I gotta kill him if they a love or not, bitch. Building up momentum like I was a juggernaut, bitch. Do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar. Stick your chest out, tell them get off the cut the nonsense. Do the roar like a lobster. My hot chick in the nude and unique. She get the blues and change more than Mystique in a week. Who want beef amongst freaks? Your time is limited, in my prime, one of a kind, to ride with the generous your vision is Scott Summers, Cyclops, you seeing it one way, my sight's unorthodox, mine is Sherlock and Watson, I'm top 10, bruh, I'm a beast, while you something like a Dotson, with cards I was dealt, learn not to panic, get a bad hand and I turn into Gambit, so this is it, you get no more chances, you lost this here is Colossus.
I'm feeling on the outside, let me in, no longer want to feel the apple suffering. Mutant, don't call me when I'm afraid. I'm just like you, no matter what you think.
Do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar. Stick your chest out, tell them get off the cut the nonsense. Do the roar like a lobster.
It'll cost me
me a couple HPs, but I know it's worth it. They call me underground until I bust through the surface. It's Mecca, Nightcrawler, White Walker, comping first class, one-way tickets to life's author. My flow is pyro, tight like Peyton Manning Spyro, so I go viral. Sickest in the game, we invincible and animal, spicing up tracks like a Wendigo. Here we go, we're mad fresh. Do the roar like you're waiting for an elevator at MagFest. Yep, unavoidable like death and taxes. Opponents are hapless, you get no access. And 6-player cabinets were a disaster, cause no one in the crew ever wanna be Dazzler. But still I'ma win, been the sickest with the homonyms. Rap living monolith, y'all know what time it is. Roar. Do the roar. Roar. Do the roar. Do the roar. Do the roar, stick your chest out, tell them get off ya, cut the nonsense, do the roar like the losses. Hey.
Well, without sounding like I'm bragging. So I think what I contribute to Wreck the System is a obsessive creative perspective of the art form. And I dive really deeply into like detailed things, like when we're like mixing and mastering or producing beats. I think I get extremely passionate, say no, it has to sound like this, and this should go here, and this shit has to look this way, and I become like, you know, the chef, the I guess it's kind of like a creative diva in a sense. It's like, okay, Osiris, this is a wild idea, let's try this, and it's like, oh shit, that was wild, that came out great. I can cuss, right?
Of course.
They were like, that shit was fucking crazy.
It's kind of a weird thing to think about because, like, in my mind, you know, you have yourself and how you view yourself, and then there's a way how I view Twill Distilled, and in my mind, I am her, but she is a totally different person. And then on the other hand, we've got this totally separate entity, which is a group of people, and it's comprised of, you know, 4 of us: me, Lady J, Osiris, Cam. And they themselves, you know, those 3 people, they're their own separate entities, but then they're their own solo entities, and I think of those people as different people. And then Wreck the System as a group, I think of it as something completely different. You know, it's not even a person, it's just this like conglomerate mecca of rappers all together. And it's a weird way of thinking of how myself, but it's a fake self, but also an authentic part of myself, works with this group.
So long before Wreck the System, I used to be a video game remixer. Basically, I would take different video game songs and stuff like that, rearrange them, and it would allow me to try out a bunch of different genres and stuff, and as well as a rapper. And the way I contribute to Wreck the System is what I love about working with these guys is that they allow me as a producer to just pretty much just throw any type of genre at them, whether it's something heavy metal inspired, trap based, EDM, drum and bass, just any particular genre, and just completely roll with it. It allows my versatility and everything to just grow and expand with these guys.
I'm definitely the pop aspect of the group. We do obviously hip hop and rap, but there's a lot of EDM, boom bap, and pop elements that I feel like I bring to the table. Obviously growing up, I didn't listen to a bunch of hip hop. I like hip hop, I like rap, but up until college, I listened to nothing but Japanese and Korean pop music, which is a totally different take than my bandmates growing up. You know, I really barely even listened to American radio. So certainly that aspect was brought to the table for me. I'm also classically trained in like operatic singing, which is not something most rappers I feel like have.
It's funny, I'm gonna say this and they're gonna look at me like, nah, but I do feel like I do this. When it comes to each individual person in Wreck the System putting something in the pot, you know, stirring it up, making it into what it is, I felt like I brought organization. And I say that loosely because my organization was more so action plans. I'm like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. here's how I want to do it. Let's do it. So I'm like the doer. I just want to get shit done. Like, let's go, let's move. But when I made these plans, they looked at me like, Jay, wait, okay, I'm glad you want to do this, but you're missing this. What the fuck? Like, why? Come on.
On top of that, like, I'm very artsy. My full-time job is a graphic designer and illustrator, so I bring a lot of the anime and art to the table. And then on top of that, I used to hang out with the hacker crowd, right? So a lot of like strategies for marketing and getting to know people and networking come from my hacker background. So it's all this like big mishmash of stuff that, you know, forms this entity, which is Twill, which is myself, and then somehow fits into this piece, you know. And I think if anyone said, oh, this big, huge anime weeaboo dork who also sings opera and likes to draw comics is going to become a rapper, I think if you told that to anybody you knew in high school, they would have been like, you're on crack.
Like, so I feel like I had a bit of, you know, spontaneity and a creative spark, you know, and once I get the creative spark going, the group takes my creativity and brings that idea to life. It's like Wreckfest. It's like, I have an idea of this, J Cam and Twill just took it like, yo, this is how we're gonna make it real, and it was a very, very successful, dope album, and I think it's one thing I definitely contribute to the group.
And you know, we came together. They kind of brushed up my plan or whatnot, and then we moved. But I felt like that was a big part of my role. You know, us actually moving, getting things done. You know, taking risks, jumping out there, and not really, you know, giving a fuck.
In terms of like getting in the studio, being able to get different opinions of feedback, the real feedback from like really dope musicians that don't, you know, cut corners and stuff like that. I was able to get more in touch with my more humorous and energetic side as an MC, and be able to contribute that in terms of shows, in terms of more bombastic type of vibe and whatnot.
You know, I'm also an engineer, and I came literally equipped with a studio. Since me and Cam were already doing that. So, you know, on top of that, I feel like the ideas behind like generating the business part of Rec was a big part of me too.
It's what we do. If you like what you hear, hop aboard this convoy. We're gonna wreck the system. Better people make some noise. Tonight is the night. Now we'll rock the mic. You will give you a heart. It's just what we do. If you like what you hear, hop aboard this convoy. We're gonna wreck the system. Better people make some noise.
3, 2, 1, go!
Good night.
We having this bitch, rock live in this bitch. Everybody dance while the beat goes, go, go. You see this shit? You hearing this trick? Follow us now, hands up, and everybody jump, jump. We having this bitch, rock live in this bitch. Everybody dance while the beat goes, go, go. You see this shit? You hearing this trick? Follow us now, hands up, and everybody jump, jump.
The night's the night, brother, man, boy, you give you a heart. It's what we do. If you like what you hear, hop aboard this convoy. We gonna wreck the system, but the people make some noise. This is really starting to tick me off. Mission accepted. Lay down the red carpet and you gonna get barrel rolled. Wreck the system in this mess and we finna lose our control. We the top squad and we heading on out. If you ain't following us, then follow the shout of the wrecking crew. Cause we gonna assemble or you can't keep up. I blame that on your developmental balance. It's the patterns, tell me why you can't see. You fumble big like the Browns, we rap steady like my street. By bionic, we're iconic, supertronic, red side. Voice, I'm the lady of the stars, you can call me your styler. Yeah, we got it, little freak. cause the mainstream is missing out on a mission, a simple objective. Leave behind the garbage with the finest collective. When I burn up these are happy days, this mission won't jump shark, but we'll bless you in the outer space like we was Mr. Sun. Crank this in your spaceships if you wanna fly with these rap game changers. We about to go, 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 go.
These MCs are monkeys, we're stepping on the scene. McCloud in my blood, I'm the leader of the team. We're hired to do what these other niggas dream. Spitting fire, produce, never losing, getting cream. The competition is livid, break everyone's position. No sentiment is efficient enough to abort the mission. If you intentionally step to me defensively, bless what I like, get the fuck out my percentage. We always move with stars in our eyes. No break in the formation, we're in charge of our lives. Wreck the system won't end, we're large and alive. Our constellations are made up through the darkness of skies. Performance higher than how all wings fly. Philosophies way greater than android size. You know why? Motherfuckers, I can't stand the average. Break the expectations, the only thing that matters. Crank this in your spaceships if you wanna fly with these rap game changers. We about to go, 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 go.
They call me Bar Fox and I show you hard knocks. Come my way, I'll make you pay like H&R Block. And my shit major, got thick paper like cardstock. Come on my court, you'll come up short like Lord Farquaad. Extraordinary mercenaries make a paid living. Every day is Thanksgiving, kill you like I'm Wade Wilson. We bury sets on stage like we was grave digging. Like I broke the smash ball, I turned into a tank spitting. So give us any mission, we'll kill it independent. We is really relentless, break through any defenses. And Lady J the captain, just give the coordinates. I'll bring back their head and use it as a ship ornament. A green scatter and a laser gun, lighter than a razor. And that's dope cause my old weapon weighed a ton. You just a common fool, blast you to molecules. We is phenomenal and doing the impossible. Crank this in your spaceship if you wanna fly with these rap game changers. We about to go, 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 go.
Time to show the monkeys who's boss. Let me pop your ear sockets clear. Cloud Runner cam is now landed with the Rocketeer. Higher than the Lilac system, past the atmosphere. Onto our final destination, ain't no items here. Wasn't that bold as a tadpole and awkward and skinny leg. Stick to the pine froggy, couldn't leap off my lily pad. Motherfuck what they think, trust my instincts with traitors. Bring a blaster to your night party, destroy it with lasers. So with that out of the way, keep your hands off of my prey. Show these vultures my air forces, boot your ass off of my plane. Whatever weather your efforts invade, stopping the rain, you can't. I demonstrate adequate area, invading your area, turning your world into Animal Planet. Giving my last fuck, I'm gassed up, lit as a volcano. Ain't hard to tell, flying off the rails, I'm all the all-break mode. I'm blazing hellfire, blazing trails onto the danger zone. Until the mission complete, while we counting this money all the way back home. Boom. Crank this in your spaceship if you wanna fly with these rap game changers. We about to go, 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 go.
So currently what I'm working on actually is I put out an album, a solo album last fall, which was really, really cool. It's my sophomore album, it's called Invader, and then the follow-up to that is I'm actually working on a webcomic, and it kind of follows the story I told in Invader. I didn't want the album to be a concept album, but it was a lot of the feelings and thoughts I had when I was working in New York City in the fashion industry, and how my life progressively changed and got better when I left fashion and got more into illustration, graphic design, and especially music. And the comic itself is, in a way, a commentary on, what's the word I'm looking for? it's commentary really on how the United States is right now dealing with class issues and racism. The main character is a young lady who was born into a position of privilege and power and very much sees the things that are incorrect with her world, and she is fighting to fix a lot of those things from with the help of her community, and the people in power do not quite like that, and they send her off into space to get rid of her. And it's turning out to be a lot of fun. I've wanted to do a comic for a very, very long time, so in a way the pandemic gave me a way to do it and made it possible because we're not traveling as much this year. So if you're interested in that, you can actually read it on Webtoon for free. It's called Invader. If you look up just Invader Troll Distilled or Invader The Adventures of Starhopper and Husky, it will pop up.
I can say that this is the most ambitious project that I've ever done, and I probably have the most help, the most experience, along with everybody in my team just being kind of like their best. And it seems like whoever was involved in the project kind of went to the next level. Like they're just pushed to their limits because the ideas were just so ambitious.
So vessels are like, so every time, there's always a point in an artist or engineer, producer, whatever. If you're a creative, you get to a point in your career where you take on a challenge that you have not taken on before, and that challenge levels you up, and you didn't know you were accepting this. You just thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna take on another job, another gig. And when you start working on it, you're like, what the hell did I sign up for? And that's kind of what I felt like, dealing with Cam as a producer. I'm talking about tracks, like mixing those beats was insane. And then Lady J, her vocals everywhere and her crazy ideas. And if you listen to the album and hear everything that's being done and really listen to it, it was a lot of work, like hours, like eating down. Like it was one of the greatest experiences I think I would ever have as a creative.
This was just a big undertaking, one that almost got derailed because of COVID and whatnot, but it was actually a blessing in disguise that we had more time to work on it. We even got the video done right before the quarantine hit. And this was just a huge passion project from start to finish. It was a labor of love. This was around the time that Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out, and Jay and I were both feeling the hype and everything. So we both got, just fed off of each other's energy in terms of song concepts, in terms of beats to contribute, in terms of what to arrange. We met a lot of challenges that we never really did before in terms of distributing music, being able to produce this stuff, mix and master it. Like there were a lot of things where just like, oh, maybe this song won't make the album, maybe this song has to be put on ice. But little by little, we were able to just put this thing together, and it's just, I'm really proud of it and how it's turned out.
It was fun kind of to take the back seat for once and just really help her kind of like organize and hone in and get the art together and a lot of the marketing stuff together. Like I said, I work full-time as a creative director and I work as a graphic designer, so getting to use like my other set of skills to bring to the table to mix into the record system pot, and really just see her and Cam grow with this project has really been really awesome and really amazing. And we are always working together to promote Rec the System as a group, but the one thing that's awesome about being in Rec is we all promote each other's solo stuff as well, and we're always saying, go get it. You don't have to just do Rec, you can do yourself as well. That sounded really dirty. But
Vessels of Light, the Kingdom Hearts tribute LP that I did with Cam 3. I don't know. There's so much that I want to say. I'm just really trying not to say too much or ramble. But biggest thing I took out of it was probably the video. The video is just, I didn't even think it was possible to do. We had a very awesome videographer, Steve the director. He came out from Florida. Everybody had their organization coats, and it was nuts. It really feels like you're in the game, like not just behind a green screen the whole time. Like he did that thing.
Wake up. Can you hear me? Don't let the darkness consume you. It's alright. You're not going to face this alone. We are all here. We need you, and you're our only hope. So get up, pick up your keyblade, look toward the heavens, and continue to fight again and again.
If you fucking with my friends, I'll fight again and again, again and again. You can't escape, I will chase you and face you again and again, again and again. My story will never end, hear it again and again, again and again. I will not die, if you kill me, I'll rise up again and again, again and again. If you fucking with my friends, I'll fight again and again, again and again. You can't escape, I will chase you and face you again and again, again and again. My story will never end, hear it again and again, again and again. I will not die, if you kill me, I'll rise up again and again, again and again. If you fucking with my friends, I'll fight again and again, again and again. You can't escape, I will chase you and face you again and again, again and again. My story will never end, hear it again and again, again and again. I will not die, if you kill me, I'll rise up again and again. Even though I am not solo performing, I harbor the hearts in my chest. Sleeping the weekend and giving me reason to march through heartless with success. I may be blessed, cause I wandered through the darkness and never did I get distressed. I did a flex, make sure I silence the traitors, a flame and I snap like the rest. Hey, 5 minute pieces of time in my memory turns into energy, uses my centerpiece, driving ability, ruin my enemies. X in your name cannot hinder me, y'all and nobodies can't pretend to be more. I got the key to the door, exiting me won't achieve a fulfilling your soul. So, don't go, yo. If you fucking with my friends, I fight again and again, again and again. You can't escape, I will chase you and face you again and again, again and again. My story will never end, hear it again and again, again and again. I cannot die, if you kill me, I'll rise up again and again, again and again. If you fucking with my friends, I'll fight again and again, again and again. You can't escape, I will chase you and face you again and again, again and again. My story will never end, hear it again and again, again and again. I cannot die, if you kill me, I'll rise up again and again.
May your heart be your guiding key.
I would never be ignored. Everyone involved's important. My friends are my source. Take the lead with the keys as my sword. Facing my fears, move my piece on the board. I do not care if you're beating my score. You can win the battle, but we'll win the war. I'm in the swipe away more hearts than beating on Tinder. Pride rocking harder than Nala and Simba. Trust me, my team is obscene. It will cut and spread your body parts around like lucky emblems. Flooding your minions just to do my mentions. No competition. Seeing your body outline, it is clear that you finish. Sleep their ass like they have bitches. Man, my possession. If you fucking with my friends, I fight again and again, again and again. You can't escape, I will chase you and face you again and again, again and again. My story will never end, hear it again and again, again and again. I cannot die, if you kill me, I'll rise up again and again, again and again. If you fucking with my friends, I'll fight again and again, again and again. You can't escape, I will chase you and face you again and again, again and again. My story will never end, hear it again and again, again and again. I cannot die, if you kill me, I'll rise up again and again.
Darkness rules your heart. It gives me control. Muscle and sinew that once obeyed you now rebels against you.
I cannot die, if you kill me, I'll rise up again and again.
Shut up! You know who the fuck you're talking to? Open the door!
Hotel, motel, holiday inn. What's a move? Where do I even begin? Don't get it twisted or misunderstood. I solemnly swear we are up to no good. Oh, whoa, Kimosabi, why you posting in the lobby? Don't you know we kirking off 413, throwing up this body? Let's head to Wreckfest, in bed and breakfast. Gon' kill, we build a night, straight shots head to chest.
This is wreck the system. That wrecking ball gon' get ya. Go through up in a hall dog. No one gon' babysit ya. Swim in a pool of liquor. We do it all, ain't no censor. While Lady J on the dance floor, hogging all the attention. When you leave a rap party, you a motherfucking mess. Stumbling and shit, stomach bubbling and shit. If you can't handle it, you can exit to the left. Send them to the medic, cause we in full effect. Ha!
Hotel, motel, holiday inn. Rhyme go tell till the party begins. Oh hell, go tell your posse and damn. The wrecking crew's in the run, we back at it again.
nigga Becky, cause you drinking like a bitch. Rub me the right way, call me Genie and I'll grant your wish. Now hold on tight bitches, cause we gonna make a switch. Fireball, ever clear, alcohol is ever near. To my heart, crystal clear, I think I need some Belvedere. I need more fuck baby, I'll bring your queen another beer. Need another handle, bitch, live or get up out of
We
here.
high as shit at the top floor, so we elevated. Them bitches popping pills, so they feeling medicated. That X got them stripping on the floor until they naked, and I bet everybody in this bitch intoxicated. This is what we call Wreck Fest. Welcome to the show. If a nigga start tripping, feel it, throw him out the dough. Weirdos, freak hoes, living free and you don't hide it, and decided that you got it. Come through, you all invited.
Hotel, motel, holiday inn, wine cocktails till the party begins. Oh hell, go tell your posse and damn. The wrecking crew's in the room, we back at it again. Hotel, motel, holiday inn, wine cocktails till the party begins. Oh hell, go tell your posse and damn. The wrecking crew's in the room, we back at it again.
None of that bad bitch shit, cause bitches I'm the boss. Crush you with my heels just to get my point across. Your face is licking hammer, looking like it got the dust. Not even invited, so your ass is getting tossed.
Overwatching debauchery, cell phone photography. Break out your shell while in hell in the bomb is weed. If you miss the party, don't be sorry, make amends. So when records in the building, do not miss that shit again.
For the love of humanity, over the top insanity. If I die tonight, it'll be my final fantasy. Need a drink, never fear. Mixed balls, ever clear, and some red fruit punch, and you gon' get fucked up.
For too long has this gathering been stuck in the cave. So I'ma turn this mother out until the buck crack a day. And you know we don't give a solitary fuck what you say, cause they know we party harder than NWK. Hotel, motel, holiday inn, wine cocktails till the party begins. Oh hell, go tell your posse and damn. The wrecking crew's in the room, we back at it again. Hotel, motel, holiday inn, wine cocktails till the party begins. Oh hell, go tell your posse and damn. The wrecking crew's in the room, we back at it again.
How you doing, guys? Now he's been playing all the generations, but we are the next, we are the future. So welcome to our hotel party.
Hotel, motel, holiday inn. What's the move? Where do I even begin? Don't get it twisted or misunderstood. I solemnly swear we are up to no good. I'm low, keep on stopping while you posting in the lobby. You know we curtain off for 30, throwing up this party. Man, the rack fest, bed and breakfast. Until we feel the night, the shots, head to chest. This is not the system. That's the ball get you. Hotel, motel, holiday inn, wine cocktails till the party begins. Oh hell, go tell your begin. Don't get it twisted or misunderstood. I solemnly swear we are up to no good. Oh, whoa, keep on stopping while you posting in the lobby. You know we curtain off for 30, throwing up this party. Man, direct, bad and breakfast. Until we blow the night, the shots, head to chest. This is the system, and the ball won't get you.
Holiday Inn.